In Part A, I discussed empathy as an important disposition of a quality teacher, and since then, my understanding has deepened through both theory and my experience working as a disability support worker with children in classrooms that include autistic learners. What I now understand more clearly is that empathy is not simply about being caring or kind. It is about recognizing individual needs, responding appropriately, and creating conditions in which students feel safe, respected, and able to participate. When I wrote Part A, I focused on empathy as something that helps teachers build trust, inclusivity, and effective communication. I linked this to the Australian Professional Standards for Teachers, especially Standard 1, which asks teachers to know their students and how they learn, and Standard 4, which focuses on creating supportive learning environments. I also connected empathy to the New South Wales Quality Teaching Framework, particularly the idea of social support within the quality learning environment. At that stage, my discussion was mainly theoretical. Since then, my experience in classrooms has made this concept much more real and more complex. Working with autistic children and thinking back on Part A has shown me that empathy requires teachers to look beyond surface-level behaviour. A student will not always respond in the way a teacher expects, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're not engaged, capable, or trying their best. Recent research shows that autistic children's sensory profiles often intensify as they get older, which shows the needs for adults to understand different communication styles, sensory needs, and emotional regulation tactics. This has made me think about empathy as something that must be an active practice rather than just a general feeling of sympathy. In practice, I have seen how important it is for teachers to adjust their communication styles to better suit each different child. Working with children with autism has made me want to have a timeout or quiet space in my own classroom, in which students can step away and take a break when they get too overwhelmed. Experiencing children with differing needs in the classroom changed my thinking, as it showed the importance of empathy towards each different student and how that helps to understand their need in a classroom. Empathy, in my mind, has become a professional skill as much as a personal value. Comparing my understanding before and after this experience, I would say that Part A helped me define empathy, but my classroom experience helped me see how important it really is in practice. I now understand empathy as a disposition that supports inclusion, communication, and learning for all students. My experience in a classroom has strengthened my belief that empathy is essential to good teaching. It is not simply an attitude, but a professional practice that helps shape how teachers interpret behaviour, build relationships, and design supportive learning environments, as well as an important tool that shapes how students respond within the classroom. Since Part A, I have moved from seeing empathy as a general value to understanding it as practical, classroom-based responsibility that is central to inclusive education.